All right. Good evening, everybody. And yes, it's Wednesday night and it's the Geek Fandoms Roundtable 2.0. Yes, we're back, and this is the second week from our long time of awaited break. As always, I have the Knights of the Roundtable with me, supporting us, keeping us going. On my right, I have the Executive Vice President, Mr. Larry Garrett, and of course, the co founder of the uh, I'm sorry, the owner and operator of the Cosmic Portal, none other than our production manager, the person that makes everything so great, Mr. Calibus Rand. Good to see you two. Good to see you, gentlemen. Knights, I'd like to say hi to you. And tonight we are talking about our fandoms with our heroes of fandoms. So, not exactly superheroes is what I'm looking for. It's actually heroes of our fandoms, so it can come from anywhere. And so don't get stuck on DC and Marvel because that might not be exactly all that I want you to deep into. Let's look into other things like other fandoms that you may have a hero in. So when we say heroes, obviously we're thinking the superheroes. But let's start off with this question for you, gentlemen. What makes a hero for you? Or what type of hero do you look for when watching a new show? I mean, we're talking about 20, 30 years ago, back when you were a kid, and next thing you know, you saw this person from another planet with a red coat on, a red cape on, or maybe this masked crusader, or, something of that nature. And of course, I'm talking about DC and Marvel and blah, blah, blah. But I guess what I'm saying is there's something more out there that had to have a superhero feel to you. Okay. So I'll start off to give you an example of where I'm heading. Okay. So, like your Batmans and Superman and all that and everything, I had other heroes. My other heroes were people like characters like Hong Kong Fooey, um, Captain Caveman, you know, uh, Scooby Doo and his, you know, um, group of kids that took care of the things. That's kind of like where I like to start off. That begins my adventure towards my other heroes. So, with that in mind, guys, let's start with Calibus Rand. And where does your superhero start? What makes the superhero for you?
Well, I like my superhero to have a little bit of tragedy. I like the one that lost it all and fights to regain some type of normalcy or to make the world just a little bit better because of his loss. Those are the type of heroes I like. And lately I've been kind of getting into the anti-heroes. Um, and the supernatural ones, but some of the anti-heroes I like, you know, um, a little bit better because we all get to that point where we could just off the guy, off that villain and stop the body count, So that's where I've been at.
Okay. Okay. Big L, what you thinking, sir?
I mean, we're talking heroes going, way back. I always liked a hero that had a little bit of a comedic background to him, or something along the lines of being the good guy as much as they could, but being a little bit of a mischievous person, on the back end and making it comedy centric. Um, and the only character I guess could really embody that right that comes to mind right now would definitely be Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny was always a hero of mine. He always tried to do right by everybody, but then he would come up with that, "Aren't I a little stinker?" Whatever. So yeah, I'd have to say, as far as an old school hero, be Bugs Bunny.
That's awesome. I like that one. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Marky Mark, what you got for us, sir?
Well, I was gonna say I agree with Big L. I do like the comic part of heroes as well. For me, I guess I've been recently watching what's the show? The Greatest American Hero,
Yeah.
and I love how he bungles everything, but he still kind of um, comes out in the end. He comes ahead. I love that. Uh, Other heroes that come to mind, big fan of Get Smart, Maxwell Smart, because he could do things, but he never always had the right answer always. So I was a big fan of that show as well. So those would be considered some of my first time heroes watching those shows. So that's who I like.
Okay. Mr. Brad, how about you, sir?
Oh, let's see. Let's start out with the Lone Ranger. You know,
Okay.
Mr. Goody Two Shoes. He was always there to help everybody, and so he's the hero of the good type. Um, Maybe some people won't see my next one as a hero, but I'm going to say Barney Rubble because he put up with a lot of Fred's crap.
Kimasabi.
Barney Rubble is a hero because he always comes out. He is the good guy and being the straight man for Fred, who's doing something crazy. But you know, he's a hero to me.
All right.
You know,
All
I
right.
like Lone Star from Spaceballs. You know, things like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. So, guys, a good start kind of gives a little bit of sort of a beginning, you might say. Now let's go ahead and move into something that I know each of you, and I know a few of you already are kind of already showing it. You know, we got Marky Mark displaying it on his shirt. We got Calibus got something in the background. Of course, I know Larry for personal. I know who he is. So there has to be a reason why you have a favorite um, superhero, and you can have more than one. And mind you, guys, it doesn't have to be a superhero with superpowers. It can be like you said. It can be anybody in the fandoms. So I'm gonna go back to you, Mark, and say who are your favorite heroes in the fandoms across the board?
Across
Who
the
would they
board.
be?
All right. So when it comes to DC, I know I'm starting off with that. I'm a big fan of Superman, as you can tell, but I think I'm probably a bigger fan of Batman because I like how he prepares for every situation. He's never going to be one that is, oh, I should have thought of that at first, but no, he always is prepared. So those are my two favorites when it comes to DC. Um, Marvel, I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man because he's the only one that actually fights crime. Everybody else is just trying to correct an issue that they started to begin with. Um, then I love Harry Potter, so I'm a fan of that. Uh, what else do I love? It's kind of hard to say. Black Panther, and when it comes to like Star Trek, I'm a huge fan of the original Captain Kirk. I love that. And Star Wars, I'd like to go dark. Uh, I love what is it, Darth Bane. He's always been my favorite because he came up with the rule of two, and he studied every Sith and destroyed all the Sith just to make up that rule of two. So that's who I'm going to go with. Those are my favorites.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to interject on this one. Calibus, you're gonna have to back me up. But if you look in Mark's camera zone at the very, very bottom to the right, that's a very awesome display of a Millennium Falcon right there. That's all I can got to say. You know. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know. I got one too. So y'all can just put them up. I was just advertising. Very nice, gentlemen. Very nice. Very nice. All right, let's keep this rolling. Brad, who are your favorite heroes in the fandom, please, sir?
Oh, let's see. I like Batman. I like Superman. If we go over to the Marvel side, I like Iron Man because, well, he's mopping up his own mess, but that's what he gets for selling all the weapons. Um, the Incredible Hulk, Spider Man, Luke Skywalker, Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, Captain Janeway. We can skip Enterprise.
Okay.
That's pretty much a good list for me.
Okay. Okay. I see. I see. All right. Big L, how about you, sir?
If you're talking, superheroes or heroes in general, I kind of like my heroes to really not have any superpowers, which is why I'm a Batman fan. Um, I like Hawkeye from Marvel. He has no really any superpowers. He's just a really good archer. Outside of that, I'm going to flip the script a little bit and say I think Dean at least in Supernatural is a great hero. I always look at Sam as kind of the anti-hero because he's kind of flipped back and forth between good and evil several times. But I do like Dean, and if I had to choose one in Supernatural, I'd say my ultimate hero would be Bobby Singer. Bobby always kept them in line, always gave them what they needed, and that's not it. Harry Potter. I mean, people can talk and say I'm wrong, but you got to give it to Neville Longbottom. That kid went through pure teetotal hell and still came out as one of the main protagonists at the very end of Deathly Hallows 2. So that's just a rundown.
Okay. Good choices. Good choices. Calibus Rand, how about you, sir?
Well, the Batman.
No.
That's the man right there. But lately I've been getting back into my Michael Lane, who was the second Azrael. I loved him in the Batman Arkham Knight game. That's how I found him, and then I went back and I was just like, man, I love that character. Of course, if you really want to start talking about the new age of superhero movie genre, you got to mention Blade. Blade started everything. Marvel was in the tank. Wesley Snipes came out with Blade, and boom, first rated R superhero movie. You can say, yeah, Deadpool, but no, Blade started it all, and that was a great character thing for me. Of course, we got The Rock as Black Adam coming out. I'm super excited for that one. I have the audiobook of Black Adam's transition from hero to anti-hero, and it's you can't blame the guy. You know what I mean? From what they do to his family, you can't blame the guy. So I really like that. Star Wars has to be Revan, because he goes from Jedi to Sith, back to Jedi. Just an awesome character. Not too many more, although I do like Ripley. You know what I mean? I think she's one of the strongest characters that we have female wise. I just love that character.
Okay. So we got Wyatt down here. He's saying McManus brothers and James Bond. I'll jump on that coattail and say James Bond was one of my heroes. I'm gonna have to say to you gentlemen that said Harry Potter, when we did that segment of where we challenged each other to watch a different fandom or show, and I actually got involved with that. Oh man, Harry Potter and I really connected. I really enjoyed that. I mean, here's a young boy that just, he was known for so much through his parents, but yet he's just trying to fit in. So Harry Potter was one for me. Um, now that I've moved into DC, y'all have known in the past, I enjoy the Flash, the Green Lantern, of course, Superman. Grew up on Superman, Wonder Woman. I mean, who would not enjoy Wonder Woman? That's all I'm saying. And then when Deadpool came out, I thought that was great. And y'all said Blade, Wesley Snipes. Blade was during the time of my height and training in the martial arts. So I got a few of them. As you notice, I didn't say anything from Star Wars because I'm trying to do something new, I guess you could say. Kind of trying to stay away from, you know, the absolute normal. But here is another point of view. Okay. And Calibus almost jumped in there by talking about it. So all of our heroes and everything come from different fandoms. So what shows that you can bring up that had your particular favorite hero in? Obviously, we know some of the obvious. Maybe reach back a little bit and kind of go to some of your childhood ones, maybe some of your new ones, or maybe even a show you just found out of the blue and it had maybe one or two seasons and yet it was really good. So basically the question is what TV shows or movies are your favorite? Our favorite heroes come from. Okay. So if I was talking about Star Wars, I would just say, hey, some of my heroes came from Star Wars or Umbrella Academy or something like that. Okay. So, Big L, why don't you take it away on this one?
All right, I'm going to throw this one because I just finished this show last night, Banshee. Lucas Hood is not your typical hero, but if you watch that show, you will understand how much of you're going to love him as the protagonist hero in the show. Yeah, I would say that. I would also challenge that. There are some really good heroes in some of the old '80s TV shows, like the Colonel and B.A. Baracus from the A-Team.
Mm-hmm.
Although I was always a Face guy, I thought Face was just. I mean, he walked in there and he never hit his face, but he could get things done and very smooth at it. And then I'm an Alf guy. I'm going to tell you right now, Alf is probably one of my top favorites. Anytime he got a hold of Lucky, I just wanted him to eat that cat so bad. I wanted him to eat that cat so bad. So I'm going to stick with Alf, and I'm going to go really old school for you guys because I'm kind of feeling nostalgic today, and I'm going to say E.T. is my ultimate hero.
Oh, wow. Okay. Funny thing about E.T., me and a close friend of mine, at the time when we were growing up, we were into comics pretty big, and we had this. It was Ward's Comics over here in Mid City for y'all that's living in the 757. And they would have a bulletin that came out every week about the new stuff. Well, they had a contest one time where you could actually, put in your entry on what the flyer or the bulletin would look like. So me and my friend put one in and everything. I came in second place. He actually came in first. But the funny thing is E.T. came out that same year, and we made a comic. And guess what it was called? Super E.T. And obviously, moisture or water was his downfall, and the life of everything else was what kept his powers. Anyways, just a little nostalgia for me too, Mr. Big L. So I had to throw that out there. Mark, hold on before we start. Welcome, Mr. Bishop. How are you, sir?
Doing good.
Good. Glad to see you back. Hey, listen, we're going to catch you up real quick. So you ready? All right. So here we go. For you, sir, what makes a good superhero? And not just any particular superhero. I'm talking about DC. It could be anybody. Okay? It could be anybody.
I think what makes a good hero is, his morals and obviously, for me, the villain.
Okay. And what about what would you say is your most favorite hero? and it can be more than one. Okay. And I'm not just talking about, again, DC and Marvel. You got a whole bunch of fandoms here to choose from. Who would that be?
Well, my favorites would most likely be Captain Kirk and Superman.
Okay. Okay. So now that brings you to where we're at now. Okay. And so Big L started it off. Well, let's do this. What is some of your favorite hero? Oh, I'm sorry. What TV shows or movies that your favorite hero came from? So we're just wanting to know really what the show's name, not necessarily the hero's name. So what are some of yours, sir?
Uh, Highlander,
Okay.
uh, Battlestar Galactica,
Okay.
uh, anything Looney Tunes.
Mr. Mr. Larry said that too.
Shaggy and Scooby,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Batman, anything Batman, Justice League, anything, the Challenge of the Super Friends, pretty much anything that was on Saturday morning.
That's how you represent, Brad. That's how you represent. All right, Brad, since I'm talking to you now, what are some of your favorite TV shows and movies that's got your heroes in it?
Oh, Looney Tunes, of course, because I'm wearing a shirt. Knight Rider, um, Greatest American Hero, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek. I'm running out of shows, but
That's all right. That's all right. All right. Good deal. Good deal. Mr. Mark, how about you, sir?
Well, I'm going to go with the Greatest American Hero, the Super Friends, Justice League, Batman. Then I did a lot of audiobooks, like I said, so I love all of the Star Wars audiobooks that I've listened to, and a lot of the other stuff that I've come across. Like I recently did the Sandman audiobook, and I'm excited about that TV show coming out next week. So I think that's going to be great.
Okay. Okay. Calamus Rand, how about you, sir?
Wow. I'm with everybody else. Star Trek. I have started watching Banshee, and Big Hell is right. You guys got to watch that show. You really. Matter of fact, when I leave here, that's what I'm going to go do. I guess early Scooby Doo. I'm going to have to fall with everybody else on that one. The Mandalorian. That's a hero to me too. I love that guy. Let me see. And I can't really the most of the DC animated stuff. I mean, the DC animated universe is I mean, once you get into that, you really understand some of the characters, and I think they did it a lot better than some of the on-screen stuff that we have today for DC. But Ben Affleck is Batman, and of course Adam West, that started everything. So I'm going to go with that.
So, again, I get some comments myself. I'm gonna shout out to this one. I'll probably get my head blown off for it, but anyways. So, our viewers that watch, Mr. Daly throwed up Automan. I enjoyed Automan back in the day. I don't know about his Condor Man, but I'll say it just to kind of humor ourselves. But everybody's got their favorites.
I'm going to have to, if I can be interject, I may have to go a step further and go further back.
Okay.
I'm going to say westerns.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Gunsmoke, Have Gun Will Travel, Maverick. Alias Smith and Jones.
Okay. Yep. Exactly.
Wild West, the Lone Ranger.
Okay. So I was thinking, and I'm thinking Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch. I love them guys. Um, oh, there you go. I told you. I told you. Let's see. The Wonder Bug. If y'all remember that, that's an oldie but goodie.
Speed buggy.
Speed Buggy. Yep. That's another one. Wait a minute. Let's see what he said. Zorro. Yes, sir. Why? You are exactly right. I'll go with Zorro. Let's see. I don't know if y'all remember Street Hawk back in the day. That was one of my favorites. There was another one. Here's an old classic. How about V, the series? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's right. The remake was okay. I like the girl in it, but anyway, she was all right. Let's see. Last but not least,
real quick on V.
huh?
Can I interject on V real quick?
Yes.
Robert Englund had the most pathetic part in that movie, in that show, but he made the most out of it playing Willie. And to take that part and to get the job as Freddy Krueger off of that part alone, of what he did with such a minute bit part, goes to show the ultimate range that Robert Englund had going forward through his life.
Oh, I agree because Big L, I actually he at first showed up as like being a weak character, but as they started kind of introducing him in the show and everything, he's turned out to be really, really strong. And he was an alien anyway, so he was fighting against his own kind. So I agree. But the bad thing about doing the roundtable, guys, and then I think all of us find this frustrating from time to time, each and every one of us steals each other's favorite shows, whether you realize it or not. And that's where we get our gauntlets from. So, of course, some of y'all have said some of my favorites. But Greatest American Hero was definitely one. Knight Rider was another one. Man, there's one more I was thinking of. Y'all gonna laugh, but I enjoyed the Three Stooges. I mean, they were kind of they wasn't a superhero. They wasn't that. They were kind of a hero in themselves. They were a hero in themselves.
Well, then you might as well say Abbott and Costello. You remember when they met Wolfman, Frankenstein, and Dracula?
Yeah.
Come on now.
Yep. Well, I mean, if we're gonna go really weak, but yet seem to be a pretty good hero, I'm gonna say Gilligan's Island.
But I love Gilligan. You're right. I love Gilligan.
I mean, he was a fool, but then sometimes he kind of got him out of problems. So hey, what can I say? All right.
Hey,
Yes.
Bruce Willis, Armageddon. He saved the world.
Oh yeah, Bruce Willis, guys. Bruce Willis, Armageddon. All right, Fifth Element. So, going into something serious, and the gauntlets are about to be thrown. As I see a few good, strong people in here that's going to argumentally start. So, guys, what superhero or what type of power makes the strongest superhero? Okay. So, you have strength, you have sorcery, you have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. What do you think actually dominates most superhero shows, or what is it? I've already heard one, and that was through Batman, being he's always going to figure things out. Well, let's just say, gentlemen, that he ain't got time to figure things out. So he's using every gadget in the world against something he may not have a gadget for. So that's where our argument will start, is what hero has the strongest power? Hands down. You're welcome. Calibus Ran, I see you nodding. I see you thinking. Come
It's
on.
still Batman. It's still Batman. I don't know why are we even having this conversation?
I
This
knew
is a
it.
man that has no power, and yet he still prevails. His mind is his greatest power. His willing, it doesn't stop.
Well,
That
I was gonna.
is his greatest power.
Well, I was gonna add his ATM machine too, if you want, or his bank account.
Being rich, yeah, that helps. Yeah.
You know, I mean, because I surely can't walk down and get me a bazooka anytime soon if I want to start off right. But anyways, so is that your final answer, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Big L.
I'm gonna have to be inclined to agree with my brother from another mother. Batman is the ultimate hero, dude. I mean, he literally has no powers whatsoever. He's literally like just a regular human being. However, his mind is quick at wit. He can figure things out on a whim. He's hella rich, so he can buy whatever gadget he needs to take care of the situation. And he has a lot of friends. That's what people discount about Batman. Is Batman does tend to rely and I won't say they're friends, they're acquaintances that he uses. But to go one step further, if you're looking for another hero other than Batman, I'm going to throw the gauntlet and say Dr. Fate.
Okay.
Literally a god.
Okay. I've heard that one before. Mr. Bishop, what you got for us, sir?
I'm still pondering the question.
I'll come back to you if you want.
What is the question again?
Okay. Who do you think, which superhero you think has the strongest power?
Okay. Give me a moment. I'll be right with you.
Okay. No tablets or anything like that are available at this time. Mr. Brad, how about you, sir?
Green Lantern. I've used him before, but all he has to do is think about what he wants, and he can have it appear.
I like this man. Good one, sir. Good one. All right. Mark?
Well, I said Batman earlier, but I'm going to change it up, and I'm going to go with the Martian Manhunter just because he still uses his mind, and he's just as powerful as Superman, even though I know Batman can take him out in a heartbeat. But I'm going to go with the Martian Manhunter just because of the mental part that he has, as well as the physical part. So we'll go with that.
Okay. And I'm about to be in. Mr. Bishop, are you ready yet?
Yeah.
All right. Please enlighten us.
I'm going to say the Spectre.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Okay. The living embodiment of God's wrath. I mean, I don't know how you beat that. You got God on your side. So there you go.
Okay. Well, I tell you what I like. I tell you the ones I like. I liked. I've heard Batman more times than I can think of, so it's true. I feel that a superhero's intelligence is what's very important. I like the other thing that Larry said is that his strength is his friends as far as the super friends, So, if he can't get the job done, he's got muscle all the way around him. So everybody's looking out for each other. So I like that. Oh man, I can't believe I'm this falling a blank on this one. But anyways, I'll go back to Brad's. So yes, I'm a big Green Lantern fan. I believe that your will, if you can will something and you have the power to do it, and if your background with the Green Lantern is truly what it says it is, and you got a strong will, then you most likely are going to be one to reckon with. And last but not least, again, we're going back to the mind, But Xavier from the X-Men is one of my top ones. Again, his mind very, very strong. And then, I got to take those few. Go ahead. Go ahead, Big.
I'm gonna counter your Xavier with Jean Grey.
I forgot about her.
Jean Grey is a much more powerful empath than Xavier. So if you're going mind-wise and things of that nature, Jean Grey is very, very far up there. So,
but the only bad thing about her was she couldn't control it.
Only if you're talking about the movie version.
Only if you're talking, only if you're talking about the movie side of it, because even when she was taken over by the Phoenix, she still controlled that. She was able to flip between Jean and the Phoenix. Anytime that Scott needed her, she could go back and forth. That crappy movie that they came out with that kind of, made it look like Jean Grey was not powerful. I mean, she literally, they showed her lifting up Xavier and splitting him apart. I mean,
I'm sorry, I had to do it. It's so great. And this is kind of more of a side note. It's so good to be able to, like Batman, surround yourself with knowledgeable friends in a fandom that you somewhat don't know that much about, especially the comic book knowledge. And I've just now, here in the last probably month, have gotten into comics again and got me a few good places that I like to go to. Matter of fact, I'm going to shout them out while we're talking about them. So we have Atlantis Games and Comics here in Portsmouth. Very good people to deal with. I go there quite often myself. Also, DC Comics or Deep Creek Comics in Deep Creek. So you guys that are in the 757, please check those out. Those two comic book stores are pretty good. I enjoy going to both of them, and that's where I spend some of my money. And that was a shout out for them. So guys, this is kind of the same question I asked during the villains edition, but it's going to be kind of about yourself. Okay. And what it comes down to is you're going to be the superhero. Super Big L, Blade Ram or Batran or whoever it is. You are the superhero, but yet you're going to describe to us the powers that you have. So like when we did the villains and we were acting like Dr. Mindmander and Destro, and we were coming together and bringing Serpentor around and using the different things from conquerors and everything. Now it's the opposite. Now for us heroes, we are the hero, but yet we are going to create the powers that we want to have and battle today's society with it. So you need to create a hero of yourself with your powers. So keep that in mind. Let that burn in just for a second, because some of y'all have some great ideas. And like I said, these particular two topics we've actually jumped in before. And so, I like reissuing it, coming back out. For y'all that are watching, we really do appreciate you interacting. Why, Chris Daly, Vanessa, thank you guys for popping in. I do see some of your names when it posts. Thanks to Calibus Rand for putting them up. So, enough said. I gave you some time to think. I want to know what makes you the superhero that you are today. And you can have as many powers as you want, or you can have no powers. Whatever. Or you can be a copycat Batman for all I care, if that's who you are. Calibus, Larry. Or you can put an S on your chest, and instead of being Superman, it can be Sucker. You make it up. It is your superhero. Sorry, throwing out gauntlets, giving everybody a run for their money right now. Mr. Mark.
Here's my power. I make events happen.
Oh, okay. Mark,
So,
please.
I guess going
Please.
with the combination, I'll go with Luke Skywalker,
Okay.
uh, Superman, um, Spider-Man, and Batman.
Mm.
So I like that cross. So a little bit of mental, um, mental powers that I can control things, still be able to fly, and if I needed to, I can stick to walls. And I don't know. I probably try to help the little guy. Um, would be pretty much my thing to make sure everything is copacetic. That would be about it.
Okay. Very good. Very good. If you could come up with a name for yourself, what do you think it would be?
I still would go with the Dark Knight. I just like that. The Dark Knight would definitely be it.
Okay. Okay. Batman will probably see you after the night. But anyways, we're going to move forward. Mr. Brad, talk to me. What are your superpowers?
Well, let's see. I want the healing powers of Wolverine. I want the aim and shooting ability of Deadpool, and the sword play. I want the speed of the Flash. And the mental knowledge of either Spider-Man or Batman because they're both smart.
Ooh, very good, very good. And out of a kind of comical thing, what do you think your name would be if you were shooting through the air and I saw you and I'd say what?
I have no idea. I'm probably go with a combination of like Flash Pool or something like that.
Marsh pit. There we go. All right,
That's cool.
Bishop, holla at me.
Actually, I would have two, depending upon if it's a superhero realm. I would have my Black Kryptonian named Exodus. But if it was in a realistic world like the world we live in, I would basically have a character like Connor McLeod with the power of, once he's got the quickening, and use the powers to help man.
Okay, okay. And my dear sir, what would you be known as if you came up with
the immortal one.
The immortal one? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Nice. Nice. Big L, what you got for me, buddy?
So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I'm going to say I'm going to have the combined bank account of Ray Palmer, Oliver Queen, Bruce Wayne, and Tony Stark. I'm going to have the OG powers of Captain Marvel, which means the OG Captain Marvel Shazam, the tenacity of the Punisher, and the mental state of Dr. Fate. And you can call me Crimson Ghost.
I hate to say it, but out of all of y'all, Larry's got it going on. It makes me want to get his autograph. All right. I don't know if Star Labs will have anything on that. We'll find out. Big Calibus Rand, tell me what your powers are.
I'm going to go with something that like Bishop. I'm gonna be fighting the demons and the street thugs. I'm gonna take elements of Blade. I'm gonna take Azrael the Knight, the Arkham Knight. I'm gonna take a little bit from Black Adam, and I'm gonna call myself Daystar.
Daystar. Okay. All right. I like that. That's not bad. Gentlemen, I got to say that some of these are quite awesome. So I have a few for you as well. So I'm going to go with the honorable leadership and awesomeness of Optimus Prime. This Flash is speed, the will of the Green Lantern, the strength of the Hulk, the powers of the Jedi, and I would call myself Mr. Awesome. You're welcome. No
Didn't we
applause?
have a wrestler called Mr. Awesome? Miguel, wasn't there a wrestler called Mr. Awesome?
He's got my copyright.
So the Miz says I'm awesome, but then it was Mr. Perfect, Kurt Hennig.
Well, I've always, that's what A stands for in my name. Joseph A. Townsend. Joseph Awesome Townsend. Thank you. Thank you.
I really thought it started with something that started with an A and ended with an E, but I'll leave it at that.
So, gentlemen, it's always good to hear from you in a more of a basic, normal everything. So what we like to do is hear everybody's final thoughts on tonight. And then also maybe what you're looking forward to in the next coming months of some new heroes or something coming out. I'd like to start off with none other than Calibus Rand himself.
Well, as you guys know, we have a plethora of hero movies getting ready to hit again. You know, Black Adam. We got the Black Panther movie coming out too. I mean, just to go on with those. So I always enjoy being on the round table to hear some of the thoughts of our panel members and everything else. And I always come away with one of you giving me something new to explore, think about. So I want to thank you for that. And as always, I can't wait for the next.
Fantastic. Bishop, your final thoughts.
My final thoughts is I'm glad to be back here. It's been a while since I've been on here. And so it's glad to see that pretty much things haven't changed, and we pretty much all have the same love and interest in fandom. And it's great getting together with people who think the same things, or at least along the same lines, like the same things. So I really enjoyed getting up here and talking with guys and talking with people about things that I love. So thank you.
Boo, boo, Bishop, boo, boo.
Well, actually, Bishop, we do have a change, and thanks to our executive vice president, it is now the Roundtable 2.0.
Oh, okay.
So we have upgrade. We got a brand new backing back there that was created by the Cosmic Portal. We're 2.0. We're getting bigger, and I'm actually thinking about doing something like this at a convention soon, but I got to see how I'm going to write it and how I can interact it with the audience. So something to keep an eye on. You know what I mean? Brad, your final thought, please, sir.
Well, as always, it's good to be on the round table. Nice talking to people. We all share a lot of common interests. There are some differences, but it's good to get those out. Maybe there's a character that I didn't know about that somebody else can shed some light on for me. So it's always good to be up here on the round table.
Excellent. Marky Mark, what you got for us, buddy?
I'm always happy to hear what other people have to say, because you guys bring different ideas and stuff that I need to look into that I hadn't thought about looking at. So I'm very excited about that. Looking forward to what's coming next. Like I said, there's a lot of new TV shows and new movies coming out. I'm very excited to see what's coming up. So always a pleasure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Big L, the man. What you got for me, buddy?
As always, it is great to be back at the Roundtable. I know we did take a hiatus, but coming back with Roundtable 2.0 with our new background, our new interest theme, it is a wonder and a sight to see. So my hat's off to our production manager, Calibus Rand. He did an amazing job with that. But tonight's topic is always a fun topic. It's always good to see what everybody kind of cherishes as far as their heroes win, that kind of stuff. And I like what Brad said. Maybe I learned something from somebody else that I didn't know about, or maybe want to look into a different hero. I'm not that up to date on Spectre as I'd like to be. I've heard the name thrown a couple times, but I never really looked into it. So I'm definitely going to look into that one. But as always, it is great to be with you guys. I wish we had the ladies here with us tonight. Sometimes it's a little bit of a well, you know what those two words are. Um, so we'll leave it at that. But yeah, other than that, it's great. And guys, just look for new things coming out. My biggest one I'm looking forward to is Quantum Leap. I want to see what they're going to do with Quantum Leap. I hope it's as good as the original. I hope that we get some guest stars with Scott Bakula, things like that. So stay tuned for a report on that.
All right, all right. We got to thank our people that are watching, to our club members, to the people from the Cosmic Portal, and anybody that's on a platform that's actually watching our show. We're not nobody special. We're just a bunch of guys having a good time. And when the ladies are with us, they have a good time with us talking about our fandoms because we bring it all together. As always, guys, I love being a part of the roundtable. It's great to be you guys' hosts. Always look for that mystery host and mystery topic that could be popping out at any time. As part of Roundtable 2.0, we will be revisiting some of the fandoms from the past. We did one particular show on that right before we went on hiatus, so that is coming up soon. Biggest thing now that I know of is Hampton Comic-Con in October, so something to think about. Other than that, guys, I think everybody in here is a hero in some form or way, no matter what you do and how you do it. But I thank you, and thank you guys for watching. And as always, may the force be with you. Live long and prosper. Hey, Nanu, and we'll be back.